Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get started. All right, DIY number one. I'm going to take this wreath that I thrifted recently. It was this year, and it was just neglected. You could tell that once upon a time it was beautiful and it had, like maybe like very bright Christmas colors on them, but it was just a mess. So I took everything off of it and then I fluffed it very well. We all know rule number one with Christmas decor is fluff those bristles. So I am just fluffing as best as I can. Some of the bristles were really tightened and scrunched up, but this is one of my favorite things to do for Christmas decor is just fluff and get all of them nicely stretched out and just where I want them. So the theme for this video today is having very farmhouse kind of Christmas decorations with a little bit of just no, oh my gosh, traditional colors. There you go. So one of the things you're going to see on all the decor today is a combination of traditional Christmas greenery with these lamps here that I get at Walmart. I get them a bundle of 2 picks for $2. So far, I just think they're just one of the best quality. I have gotten them on Amazon too. They do have great ones too. But I just think Walmart ones are just very nice and a good deal. So I'm just going to put a few there around the wreath. And then I'm going to take these berries from the Dollar Tree and do the same thing. Just place them and hot glue them around the wreath.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on.
I am now going to take this Merry Christmas ribbon from the Dollar General. It's 30 feet by 2.5 inches wide, and it's $5. And let me tell you, this ribbon is beautiful. All right, let me also tell you about these pipe cleaners from Artisa. Artisa sent me all of these pipe cleaners. I was blown away when I saw how many come in a packet. I am so thankful for Artisa for sending them to me. I am having a blast using them. They're just great quality, all kinds of colors so that I can use with all my decor every season. And even my daughter is using them and we are just loving them. So I'm going to have a link down below where you can get them very inexpensively. And yeah, check it out. It's down in the description box. All right, so this ribbon, I am just going to just weed through the wreath. You know, you've seen this before, right? You tighten yeah, here and there, and then you just kind of weed the ribbon through. And I'm going to do that all around the wreath.
But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else.
I am now going to create a bow. This is going to be a multiple loop bow. And because the ribbon is just one-sided, I have to twist in the middle every time I loop. So I'm just going to scrunch up and twist and create, like I said, a multiple loop bow and then tie it with another pipe cleaner from Artisa.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow
I then just placed the bow very simply on one of the ends of the wreath. It didn't matter. I just put it in between of the decorations there and then just make sure that I fluffed and tucked as I saw fit. I then thought something was missing from it, so I wanted to add some frosted pine cones from the Dollar General. These are a pretty good size, and you get a few of them in a little packet for $1. And I'm just gonna hot glue them where I see that it
It
needs it.
is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this.
And we're just about done with this one, guys, and I can't believe how beautiful this wreath looks. It just got a brand new life, and I can't believe this wreath was just a couple of dollars at the thrift store, and just adding a few very inexpensive decor items. Now it's just beautiful and high-end looking.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me.
Have you guys checked my new channel, Beauty on Purpose at Home? So I have a second channel. It's all about home inspiration, cleaning, organizing, that kind of stuff. Shop with me. If you want to connect with me there as well, I'd love to connect with you there. Check it out. It's in the description box. All right, guys, so I'm going to take this cutting board that I recently got at the Habitat for Humanity thrift store. I actually got two of them. And this one is just beautiful. They're solid wood. I'm going to give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the Linden White. And if you can't tell there, I am going to brush in an outward motion. That is to avoid any dripping on the sides, because I want the sides to remain these wooden tone. Because the back side has this beautiful like measurements, very original, and I want to keep that, but I also want to have the sides have that natural wood tone. So I'm just going to brush on an outward motion, as you can see. That way I'll avoid any drips on the side. Once it was dry, I'm going to distress it using my hand sander and a 120 grit sandpaper. Now it's time to add some greenery. I'm just going to take these Dollar Tree garland ties. I'm going to cut them in half, and I'm going to make a small little arrangement to put on the neck of the cutting board. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a ribbon, and I'm going to add some more of that lamb's ear, just to keep it all in the same theme and style.
Here comes the jolly season again with the sleigh bells and choirs singing. But I hear no church bells ringing out for me. This year I've been nothing but good, Santa Claus. I hope you're the same. And put some big fat golden stars in your book for me. Tell me, Santa, it's Christmas all about love. In that case, can I have the one that I've been dreaming of? Tell me, Santa, it's Christmas about love. It's the only thing on my wish list that someone special to kiss.
I'm now going to take this joy ornament from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to just hot glue it to the bottom right of the board. I thought about using a stencil or a decal for using my Cricut, but I just thought this little joy ornament was so cute, and it has that red buffalo check style that I really love for this year. And look how stunning this board turned out.
People of today need the latest stunt, even starts to believe that someone. Can we please agree this is someone, you and me? And I think I've got more than enough just by walking around being me. And I'm sure.
All right, my friends, I also want to tell you about my Instagram page. I post there multiple times, sometimes throughout the day, sneak peeks and behind the scene look at my projects. Check it out, it's in the description box as well. All right, guys, for my next DIY, I'm going to use these candle holders. I thrifted very recently as well. They're actually pretty heavy duty. They look plastic, and they are plastic, but they're actually pretty heavy, so I was happy with them. I'm going to give them 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the Linden White. I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to drill a hole right in the center. It took me a little longer than what I thought to drill this, but man, when it went through, it went through. It scared me. There, I have it. Oh my gosh. Anyways, it worked. I'm going to take one of these Christmas trees from the Dollar Tree. Originally, I thought I was going to need 2, but I ended up just needing 1 of them. I'm going to fluff it once again. Fluff, fluff, fluff. I'm going to fluff it. Now, we all know these trees are very scarce when it comes to bristles, so I am going to fluff and then add additional garland ties around them just so that it looks as full as possible. I'm going to drop a whole bunch of hot glue in the hole that I just drilled, and I'm going to stick the tree right in there. The tree was kind of wobbly, so I'm going to stuff some of this floral foam from the Dollar Tree just to tighten it up. I also did add a whole bunch of glue, of hot glue right over it. So then, of course, here I am adding those extra garland ties just to make it a little fuller. And then once again, to keep in the same theme, I'm just going to add some of the leaves from the lamb's ear. And here's a different look for you. Oh my gosh, what a mess my studio is half the time. Actually, more than half the time. That every child got their hearts filled up with joy. Yes, it's Christmas all around. All snow is falling down. And I also added some of those same berries I've been using in all these DIYs. And as I walk outside, hear the Christmas choir sing, Merry Christmas to you. This time of year. To cover up the bottom base and all that glue and stuff that I added there on the bottom, I'm just going to take some of that same Merry Christmas ribbon from the Dollar General. I'm just going to wrap it around, nothing fancy, just wrap it around to cover it up, hot glue it in place. And then I'm going to make a very simple double loop bow here, and again using Artisa's pipe cleaner ties, and just make a simple bow, hot glue it to the base of the tree. So much love, and with joy and laughter, let us make memories that stay forever. It's Christmas today. And to finish this one off, I'm just going to add a little pine cone to the center. This little pine cone comes in a little packet of a whole bunch of them at the Dollar Tree for $1. Super cute. All right, so this is just one of the candle holders. So for the next one, I'm going to keep it again in the same theme, same style, but I want this to look like they belong together, even though one of them is going to be a tree and the other one's going to be a candle holder. I'm going to take some of this garland from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to loop it twice in a little mini tiny wreath looking form to fit the same size of the top of the candle holder. And then I'm just going to hot glue it to the top. And you know it. I'm just going to add more of the lambs here and berries to keep it cohesive with the rest of the decor. And we're done with this one. I added a pillar candle from the Dollar Tree. Look how beautiful these two look together. And to think that these candle holders were just a couple dollars. They got new life, new purpose, and with a few Dollar Tree items, I made it look super cute and custom, and I love the way they turned out.
Oh, snow is falling down. All the colored lights lighting up this town. And as I walk outside.
Before we move on to the next DIY, I want to tell you about my friend Felicia Raquel from Creative Design _33. She doesn't have a YouTube channel yet. I hear that maybe there's one coming. But if you visit her page on Instagram, it is filled with tons of beautiful DIY decor. She is so talented. I love her style. Very farmhouse, very fresh looking. I just love it. If you have an Instagram account, check her out. I do have her page in the description box. I love for you to show her some love. Follow her on Instagram. And yeah, you'll be inspired by her. I'm so excited for you to meet her. Okay, so DIY number 4 here, our last DIY. I'm going to take these thrifted spindles I got at the Habitat for Humanity. I marked kind of where I wanted to make cuts, and I'm going to mirror those marks on the second one. And then I'm going to take it outside, well, out into my garage, and cut it with my miter saw. Once I had all the pieces cut, I am going to give them 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. These are going to be very farmhouse style, extra large ornaments for my Christmas tree this year. Once the paint was dry, I am going to heavily distress these ornaments using not a 220, this was a 60 grit sandpaper. Again, it's going to be pretty heavily distressed. If you're going to try to make this DIY yourself, you don't have to distress them. You can just paint them and do whatever you want with them. My tree this year is going to have a very farmhouse, rustic look to it, so I want to keep these very farmhouse-ish. So the coats of paints that I did was very rough. You know, it wasn't perfect, but because I knew I was going to heavily distress them. I am now going to drill holes right on the top of each one, and that's so that I can add some eye hooks to them, and I have something to hang them from. I'm going to give them a little hanging rope there using this Dollar General red little tiny rope. Very simple. Just add, I don't know, maybe about 4 inches of the ribbon, and then just tie it on the top. And I'm going to do the same for all of them. I am going to add a little bit of decorations on most of them except 2 of them. And they're all going to be different, but yet still staying within the same theme I've been going with throughout all of these decor. And I so love the way these turned out. Oh my gosh. We are just about done with these ornaments, and I'm so happy I get to keep them and not sell them because I'm excited to get them on my tree this year. So this is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope it gives you tons of inspiration. If you are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you consider joining our YouTube family and hitting that subscribe button. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back, and you know I appreciate you every day, every week, coming back and watching my videos. Guys, don't forget to have that notification bell turned on. That way you will never miss any of my videos when I upload them. Thank you so much. Don't forget to connect with me on Instagram, my other channel, as well as my friend Felicia on Instagram. I'll see you later. Bye.